Hello. Um, I don't know how to start this, but I've been saying that I've been meaning to do this, what you're about to witness, for months now. And you know what? Tonight, I was like, you know what? There's no point in delaying it any further. It's not gonna be any good. I really don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. But, yeah, I'm also recording this. Hello, I don't know. I'm recording this on my laptop, so on photo booth, so I don't know how long this is gonna last, but let's try this. How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grew up to be a hero and a scholar, the $10 founding father without a father, got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, he placed him in charge of a trading charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. And the hurricane came, and devastation reigned. A man saw his future dripping down the drain, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, he said, "This kid is insane, man." Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father spit beloved debt. Written 2 years later, see Alexander's mother bedridden, half dead. They're in their own sick, descent thick, and Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with his cousin, the cousin committed suicide, left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside the voice say, "Alex, you gotta fend for yourself." He started retreating and reading every treatise from the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone else's too. He would have been dead, arrested too, without a sense of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford, scanning for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future, seeing now as he stands on the bow of the ship, headed for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you just you wait. In New York, you just you wait. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, just you wait. Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you. Joining back down, never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, real America sings for you. Became, well, we know you wrote the game. The world will never be the same. Oh, the ship is in the harbor now. See if you just you wait. Another immigrant coming up from just you. His enemies, destroyers, rep America forgot him. We fought with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. there's an ad. Wait, no, stop. 1776. New York City. Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr? Sir, that depends. Who's asking? Oh, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you. I'm getting nervous. Sir, I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study. When I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours, I may have punched him. It's a blur. Sir, he handles the financials. You punched the bird, sir. Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate into and join the revolution. You looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast? It was my parents' dying wish before they passed. You're an orphan. Of course, I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war that we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for. Can I buy you a drink? That would be nice. While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less. What? Smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. You can't be serious. You wanna get ahead. Yes. Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. Yeah, what time is it? Showtime, like I said. Showtime, what? I'm John Lawrence in the place to be. And 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Ha, those red coats don't wanna with me, cause I'm black, chicken black, so I'm free. Oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. He come from afar just to say bonsoir to the king, cause it's wise to savoir. Bruh, I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother say, come again. Hey, horses, of course, it's hard to have intercourse over forces, of course. Wow, no more sex for me, another brood, son. Let's raise a couple more to their evolution. Anybody have friends in college? Aaron Burr, give us a verse, drop some knowledge. Good luck with that, you're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit, we'll see where we land. Cause the revolution's imminent. What do you stall for? If you stand for nothing, Burr, what do you fall for? Who are you? Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he gonna do? I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I'm amazed and astonished. I got a blind, pens, no college, I polish, I dropped knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets got cold. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I learned to manage. I don't have a gun to famish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. And damn, it's cannon hot, so let me spell out my name. I am the ALEXAND. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. You want brain, keep shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. And King George comes around us, and they're never gonna set these descendants free. And there may be a revolution in this century. And to me, he says in parentheses, don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I'ma lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my descendancy, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot. I dream with life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Anarchy. And we are the science panicky with my shot. You are my tailor's apprentice, and I got John Knucklehead's a local apprentice. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, you're gonna take a shot. And you will never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you. And woo, you had to die. Woo! Sally in with the 1st Black Battalion, never know. But geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble, but not tell me your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Bird, check what you got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. And then a kernel corn in the pot. What are the odds? The gods will put us all in one spot. Oh, conventional vision like that or not. A bunch of revolutionary ammunition and delicious. Give me a position with me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get a little excited. Shoot off of the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise I'll always go proud. Crowd, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, you, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. And I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, you, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my. Everybody say, whoa, 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 hey, whoa, woo, whoa. So let him hear, yeah. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. So shout it to the rooftop, whoa. To the rooftop, whoa. Oh, come on, yeah. Oh, come on, let's go. Rise up. When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody, really fast, and we laugh. We fall fast, we have to make this moment last. Scratch, Benny, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's a movement where all the hungriest brothers have something to prove. When foes oppose us, they can understand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee for freedom for our descendants? Or with the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance, death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but just between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. You need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectations, every actions in act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow, and I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm gonna rise up. Time to take a shot. We gotta rise up. Time to take a shot. We gotta rise up. Rise. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. Rise. It's time to take a shot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take a shot, 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 shot. Time to take a shot, time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot. This is a joke. There's another ad. I may not live to see our glory. Join the fight, but I will gladly join the fight. But I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell our story, they'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to freedom. Something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the 4 of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us. Telling the story of tonight. The story of raise a glass to freedom. Something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the 4 of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us. Telling the story of tonight. Another round tonight. They'll tell the story of raise a glass to freedom. The story of raise a glass to freedom. They'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk with the students in their comment just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, snuck into the city just to watch all the guys and work. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy. The Schuyler sister, Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, work. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go. But look around, the revolution's happening in New York. Angelica, work. It's bad enough that he wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. New ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for. She's looking for me, Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woo! There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. Why you someone in the city in your fancy heels? You search for an urchin, you can give you ideals, but you disgust me. Also, you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me. I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident. They all men are created equal. And when I'm in Thomas Jefferson, I'm a compelling to include women in the sequel. Work. Look around, and how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, and how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest world. Since I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine, the revolution happening in my saying, you want a revolution, I want a New York, listen to our declaration. We hold these troops to be self-evident, that I'm not created equal. Look around and how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan. We just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. And the greatest city in the world. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for a mind at work. Hey, whoa, in the greatest city in the world. Honestly, thank God for these abs. Hear ye. My name is Samuel Sibury, and I present free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Hear not the rebel who scream revolution, they have not your interest at heart. Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution. Don't let them lead you astray. I forgot to sing about that part. This Congress does not speak for me. Let them be. They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the King shows you his mercy. For shame. Yo, he didn't have to unravel at the sound of scream. The revolution, they have not gonna win. This, it's hard to listen to you with a straight chaos and bloodshed already. Oh, not a solution, but even cost. Let them lady Boston with nothing cost. And what are we lost in stock of this Congress does not speak for. God speaks more eloquently. They're playing a danger. Strangely, your mane just the same. The King shows you his mirth. Is he in Jersey? For shame, for the revolution. For shame. If you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me, please don't read not your interest. Don't modulate the key, then not debate with me. Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea? Alexander, please, I'd rather be divisive, friendly, decisive, Trump the nicety. Silence! A message from the king, a message from the king, a message from the king. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangements, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me. Will tell you remember. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You be the one complaining when I am calm. No, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love, for your praise. And I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away the string we've had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody. Da 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 da. We'll surely have strong troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. When they surround the troops, they surround the troops, we surround the troops. As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor. I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I'm either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. But I fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Only stand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here comes the general. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the general. The moment you've been waiting for, here comes the general. The pride of Mount Vernon, George Washington. We are outgunned. What output, man? What outnumbered, we're gonna make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right hand. Boop, boop. Check it, can I be real a second? For just a millisecond. Put down my gun and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of the modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are now lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to eloquence and my eloquence and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room, the truth is in your face. When you hear the British cannons go boom, any hope of success is fleeting. Why can't you keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? Top to the British and the British take Brooklyn. Night goes up and we are outgunned. What out, man? What? Outnumbered, we gotta make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Incoming! The battery takes the damages. Blah. Stopping and robbing at their agenda. Just blah. Hamilton won't abandon ship. Yo, let's steal the cannons. And boom, that's a button of the blood and the shit spray. And boom, it's a abandoning kip spray. And boom, boom, boom. We can't afford another slave. Guns and horses, giddy up. Giving up my forces, need to serve the British at the city up, need to up. This man has muted me. I scream in the face of this mass mutilate. Are these the men in which I am to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I am dying in some systems. See, sir, who are you? Aaron Burr, sir. To mission to save my case, as you were, sir. It was Captain at the General Montgomery and Stanley Carter with bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think we need some assistance. I admire you on firing from the British from the distance. I have to questions, a couple of suggestions on how to find instead of fleeing west. Yes, Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr? Yes, sir. We keep meeting. Thanks, sir. I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir. Close the door on the way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, it's not here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh. Sir Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff? Sir, don't get me wrong, you're a man with great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you to be their secretary. I don't think so. Then why are you upset? I'm not. Right, you want to fight. Hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr? Yes, dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder gang about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and I am not throwing away my shot. Son, we are outgunned, outman, we need all the help you can get. I have some friends, Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette, okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned, you need some spies on the inside, some king's men who might some king's slide. Boom. It's telling me supplies to rally the guys, of the element of surprise, and boom. Mission, rise to the location. Whoa, 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 here comes the general, rise up, what? Here comes the general, rise up, what? Here comes the general, rise up, what? Here comes the general, what? And this right-hand man, boom, okay. How does a bastard orphan, son of a whore, go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loud-mouthed martyr be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Looks, proximity to power, ladies. We delighted and distracted, and Martha Washington named a feral tomcat after him. That's true. 1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you can marry a sister, your rich son, is it a question of if, Burr, or which one? Hey, 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 hey. I do. Hey, ooh. I do. Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in him. I've never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were having revels with some rebels that night, laughing at my sister as he dazzled in the room. You walked in and my heart went boom. Tried to get my eye on the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing in the band, stop the volume right to the rhythm as we whine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. My sister makes her way across the room to you, and I look nervous thinking, what's he gonna do? She grabs you by the arm and thinking, I'm through. Then you just back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. So look at those eyes, oh, living I'm helpless. I know that I'm drowning and I'm helpless. I'm so into you. I am so into you. Yes, I know, Mom. Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life. By all means, lead the way. Alyssa Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you. Schuyler, my sister. Thank you for your service. If you were hanging over the weeks to meet, it would have been worth it. I'd lead you to it. 1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to form a harem. I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share 'em. Ha! 2 weeks later, in the living room stressing. My father's stone faced while you're asking for a lesson. I'm trying inside as you whine and dine. And I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through. And then he shakes a hand and says, be true. Then you turn back to me and smile and eyes. Helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in him. That boy is mine. That boy is mine. So helpless, down for the count and I'm, Eliza, I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a truth to command, a collar for fame, all I have's my honor, my tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me, can't be confirmed me, Angelica tried to take a bite of me, no stress, my love for you is never in doubt, we'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child, my mother left, my mother died, I grew up for a while, but I'll never forget your mother's face that was real. And all along I realized that I do, Eliza. I do. I never felt so. Yeah, down for the count, yeah. My life is running fine, cause Eliza's in it. I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. In New York, you can be a new man. Helpless. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler. A toast to the groom. the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, from your sister, Angelica, who is always by your side, to your union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. Helpless, skies, helpless. I remember that night I just met. I remember that night I just met. I remember that night. I remember that. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like the dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hunger pain frame. And when you said hi, I forgot your dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not. You strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself. You're like me. I'm never satisfied. Is that right? I've never been satisfied. My name is Angelica Schuyler, Alexander Hamilton. Where's your family from? Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you. So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone that you let with a hair as a catch. Is the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's been back from the key and the kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasts 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and everything comes in total agreement. It's agreement, it's a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, he's a bit of a stance, he's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give him a chance. I asked of his family, do you see his answer? His fans are fidgeting, he looks askance, he's betting this is flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz, and he can't grow it. I change something far away from his face, and he turns to his sister's face, and she is helpless, and I know she is helpless, and her eyes are just helpless, and I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life. By all means, lead the way. Number 1, I'm a whirl in the world in which my only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has the social crime for one. Because I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City-est, insidious, and Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I want him any less. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you. Schuyler, my sister. Number 2, he's after me because I'm a Schuyler sister that elevates the status. I have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica. He was right. You will never be satisfied. Cross service. If they find us more for us to meet, it will have been worth it. I'll leave you to it. Number 3, he have no my sister like I know my own mind. He will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell him that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom! To the bride, to the bride, to the bride, from your sister, Angelic, who is always by your side, to your union, revolution, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied, and I know happy as his bride, and I know He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied. Live to see our glory. I may not live to see our glory, but I've seen wonders great and I've seen wonders great and small. But if the Tomcat can get me, if Alexander can get me, there's hope for our ass after all. Raise a glass to freedom, eh? Something you will never see again. No matter what she tells you, let's have another round tonight. 4 of us, to the newly want more of us, and we'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, I didn't think you would make it, to be sure. Burr. Congratulations to the Burrs for, I guess, the whole gang. You are the worst. Congrats, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command instead of manning George's General. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Now be sensible. From what I hear, you made yourself indispensable. Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side, Burr. Is that so? What are you trying to hide? I should go. No, these guys should go. What? No, leave us alone. It's all right, Burr. I wish I brought this girl with you tonight. I'm kind, but afraid it's unlawful, sir. What do you mean? She's married. I see. She's married to a British officer. Oh, shit. Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war. I will never understand you. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side of the wall. I'll see you on the other side of the wall. Wait for no. The soldier writes me a letter every day. Keeping the bed warm while the husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. So we keep loving anyway. We rise and we cry and we make mistakes. And if there's a reason, I'm still outside. And so many have tried. And I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and a brimstone teacher. These are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach her. My mother was a genius. Father commanded respect. When he died, they left no instruction, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, so we keep loving anyway. We laugh and cry and break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive and so anyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I'm the one thing in life I can't control. Wait for it. I'm invisible. I am an original. Wait for it. I'm running behind or running late. I'm standing still. I am lying. Wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has nothing to prove, something to prove. He has nothing to lose. Hamilton faces relentless. He wastes no time. What is like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He submits no restraints. He takes and he takes and he takes. He keeps living anyway. Changes the game, plays and he raises the stakes, and if there's a reason he seems to thrive, and so if you survive, then goddammit, I'm willing to wait for it. Oh no. Life is a discrimination between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We rise and we fall. And if there's a reason I'm still alive and so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. 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 Stay alive. Stay alive. I have never seen the general so despondent. I am taking over writing correspondence. Congress, right, Georgia, connect the British forces. I shoot back. We are resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment assistance. They only take British money to sing a song of sixpence. But sir, Alex, listen, the only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright. That's right. Don't engage. Strike by night. Making me relentless to the truth will take flight. Made him impossible to justify the cost. Outgrunned. Outlast. Hit him quick, get out, fetch it there. Then a lot of times so is past. He's saying, a lot of flags have now. Raise a glass. I go back to New York in my apprenticeship. I asked for French aid, the French attendant. I said, work with Hamilton. We write essays against slavery, and every day's a test of our camaraderie. And we cut supply lies, we see contraband. We pick and choose our battles and places to take a stand. And every day, sir, entrust me with a command. And every day, no, he dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee, makes him second in the... I'm a general. Whee! Yeah, he's not the choice I would have gone with. He shits the bed of the Battle of Monmouth. Everyone attack, retreat, attack, retreat. What are you doing, Lee? Get back on you. But there's so many of... I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton. Ready, sir. Have Lafayette take a lead. Yes, sir. Design 100-degree beat as we snatch a snailmate from the jaws of defeat. Charles Lee was left behind without a pasta pissin. He started saying this to anybody who would listen. Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive for crisis to crisis. The best thing he can do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco in Mount Vernon. Don't do a thing. History will prove him. But, sir, we have a war to fight. Let's move along. Strong words from me. I'm not hold him to it. I can't obey direct orders. Then I'll do it. Lieutenant, you're the closest friend I've got. Lawrence, do not throw away your shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments. Number 1, the challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for other action. Number 2, if they don't, find a friend. That's your second, your lieutenant, where there's reckoning to be. Number 3, have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate a team or negotiate a time and place. This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, if they don't meet a peace, that's alright. It's time to get some pistols and the doctor on site. They pay him in advance. You treat him with civility. You have him turn around so you can have deniability. 5, pick and fall, the sun is in the sky. Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6, leave a note for your next of kin. Tell him where you've been. Pray the hell of heaven lets you in. 7, confess your sins. Ready for the moment of adrenaline when you finally face your opponent. Number 8, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. Alexander Aaron Burr, sir, can we agree the duels were dumb and immature? Sure, if your man has to answer for his words, Burr. With his life, we both know that's absurd. So, hang on, how many men died because Ali was inexperienced and ruinous? Okay, so we're doing this. Number 9, I aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 10, faces, fire! Fire! Lee, do you yield? He shot him in the side. Yes, he yields. I'm satisfied. Feel. History 1. Here comes the general. This would be fun. What is the meaning of this? Mr. Burke, get the medic for general. Yes, sir. Lee, you will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service. Hamilton, meet me inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Son, don't call me son. This war is enough without any fighting. He called you bluff. He calls bluff. Nothing. You aggravate our allies to the south. Right. John should have shut him in the mouth. That would have shut him in the mouth. Son, I'm not your son. Watch your tone. I am not a maiden in need of defending. Charles Lee, Thomas Conway, take your name and they rake it to the mud. My name's been a lot. But I don't have your name. I don't have your titles. I don't have your name. But if you gave me a command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I can fly above my station after the war. You could die, and we need you alive. I'm more than willing to die. So Knife needs you alive. Son, call me son one more time. Go home, Alexander. That is an order from your commander. Sir, go home. Dear baby. Look around. Oh no, she's pregnant. How lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around. Long if you know. A month or so, Eliza, you should have told. I wrote to the general a month ago. No, he begged them to send you home. You should have told me. I'm not sorry. Fight until the war's not done, and you deserve a chance to meet your son. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Do you relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your? I relish being your wife. Look around, look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Stay alive, that would be enough. And if you're this child, a fraction of your smile and a fragment of your mind, look at world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you are facing, the world you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married. As long as you can home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. If I could grant you peace of mind, if I can let you inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story we will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay, and that would be enough. And you can be enough. And that would be enough. Oh. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yeah, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know in love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchman. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman. I'm taking this horse by the reins, making red coats rhythm but stains Raphael, and I'm never gonna stop until I make it remains of Raphael. Watch me engage and I'm escaping, I'm enraging, I'm out Lafayette. You're gonna find some more fun, Lafayette. I come back with more guns and ships and sold their balance shifts. We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts. We can end this war at Yorktown, got them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there's someone else I know. Hamilton, well, knows what to do in the trenches with fluid adventure. I mean, Hamilton, what's he gonna do it eventually? What's he gonna do it eventually? I mean, Hamilton, who has more resilience or matches my technical, practical brilliance. Hamilton, you're gonna fight for your land back. And right hand man back, yo, right hand man back, right hand man back, the ladder, right hand man back. I'm so Hamilton. Troops are waiting in the fields for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, I have soldiers that will lead for you. If we manage to get this right, we'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same, Alexander. I was younger than you are now, when I was given my first command and led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and let the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, wondering history has it well on me. Whoa. History has its eye on me. Whoa. Yeah. I will tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? I know that we can win. I know the greatness lies in me. You remember from here on in. History has its eyes on you. Whoa. Whoa. History has its eyes on you. Battle of Yorktown, 1781. Monsieur Hamilton, Monsieur Lafayette in command where you belong. I am certain, no sweat. We had on the deal, we have kind of run. Immigrants, we got the job done. So what happens if we win? We go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I give them a chance. You're the one the other. When we meet your man, we'll be on the other side. When we meet again, let's go. Away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Till the world turns upside down. Till the world turns upside down. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? Then I feed the enemy ahead of me. If I see it's the enemy, at least I have a friend with me. Reckoned in command with me. Not only that, the advisor suspected. Not only that, my alliance is expecting. We gotta go, gotta get the job done, gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Kick the bullets out your gun. What? The bullets out your gun. What? We move undercover and we move as one. We have not. We have one shot to live another game. We will not let a straight gunshot lead us away. We will find it close in the moment and playing it. And see that at least a business hand in the bayonet. The code word is Rochambeau. Hear me, Rochambeau. You have your orders now. Go, man, go. So the American experiment begins with our friends all scattered to the winds. Lawrence is in South Carolina, freedom, fight, and bravery. We'll never be free until we end slavery. British away. Lafayette is there waiting at Chesapeake Bay. And we know how this plan will work. We had a spy on the inside. That's right. Hercules Mulligan. Planning on the British government. I take the measurements, information, and I smuggle it. What? Revolutionary Covenant, Sons of Liberty, and I am loving it. See what happens when we get into ruffians. We in the shit now. Somebody's gotta shovel it. Hercules Mulligan. I need an introduction. When you knock me down, I get the fuck back up again. What? Dance. Whoa, go. What? After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet. We lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief. And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded. We count our dead. Black and white soldiers wondering alike if it really means freedom. Not yet. We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort our men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets, their screams and church bells ringing. And as I fall in foes retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down, down. Freedom for America, freedom for France, down. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son, down. We want. The world turned upside down. Say, the price of my love is not a price that you're willing to pay. Insane. Cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought we made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. But even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on the run. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all your call. All alone across the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You're on your own. Oh, baby. Dear Thean soldier, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother change, and you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. Broke it. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll patch it onto you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Oh, Philip, when you die in the morning sun, my son, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around. I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound for you. You'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll patch it onto you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. Bro, work next door. Even though we've done it at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account to his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious. Bear with me. Are we aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of a brand new nation. The liberty behind the not evidence will be beyond the shadow of the doubt with my assistant counsel. Co-counsel Hamilton, sit down. The client 11 weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say. Okay. One more thing. Why do you assume there's the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Hey, why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Hey, you know that may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime. Non's corruption's such an old song and we could sing along in harmony. Is nowhere is stronger than an Albany. These colonies and colonies increasingly stalling its honesty and just non-stop practice the law. I practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world and I've corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy and not Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention. There is a New York junior delegate. Now what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate. Goes and proposes his own form of government. What? Its own man. A new form of what? Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless. Bright young man. Yo, who the F is this? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Hey, and the reclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you do. Alexander, Amber, sir, it's the middle of the night. Can we confer? Sir, is this a legal matter? Yes, and it's important to me. What do you mean? Burr, you're a better lawyer than me. I see. Okay, talk too much. You're abrasive. I'm incredible in court. You're saint persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution. Who's your client? U.S. Constitution? No, hear me out. No way. A series of essays anonymously published, document to the public. No one will read it, and I disagree, and he fails. But that's why we need it. The Constitution's a mess, so it needs amendment. It's full of contradictions, so it's independence. We have to start somewhere. No way. You're making a mistake. Good night. Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? What? We run the war. What was it all for? But do you support this constitution? Of course, then defend it. And what if we're backing the wrong horse? Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of the nation we now get to build. For once in your life, let me stand to the pride. I don't stand, I stand. I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. Wait for it. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. Oh my gosh. I'm sailing back to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He's not a lot of fun, but there is no one who can match you in turn of phrase. My Alexander, Angelica, don't forget to write. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle, so stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, it would earn you peace of mind, that would be enough. Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the United States Constitution entitled the Federalist Papers. Plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the three men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you ride? Like you're running out of time. Right, day and night, like you're running out of time. Every day you find, like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. You're running out of time. How do you ride? Like your moral will arise. How do you ride? Like you need it to survive. How do you ride? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people what I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand, treasury or state. I know it's a lot, treasury or state, to behind the world. Sir, you want me to lead the treasury or state department? Treasury. Let's go. Alexander, I need to go. Alexander, look around, how lucky we are to be alive, right? Helpless. Look around, is this enough? You will never be would that be enough? He will never be satisfied. History has its eyes. Well, but the smartest in the room on you. Town is a non-stop. You will never be satisfied. Non-stop. Isn't this one that has its eyes? Stop right. History has its eyes on. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my. Just you wait. I am Alexander Hamilton. Just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot. I'm not doing Act 2. I'm gonna take a break. I cannot. Tune in for Act 2 if I ever film it.